Hi, everybody. What's going on? This is Uche Maple here, your number one leadership and professional development consulting. At Noteworthy Consulting, we partner with organizations to help with skills-based skills in terms of communication, engagement, and we also provide team workshops, dynamic workshops to help increase high performing teams. Here at Noteworthy Consulting, our motto is creating today's leader for tomorrow's challenges. So let's get on topic here. So what are some of the things that has been going on? I have been hearing a lot about the deficit of skills base for graduates or students who are getting internships so much that I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and do a talk about this. And and recently I saw this where there a new survey that talks about, traditional undergrad education is not preparing students for the workplace. Now, we have been hearing about this a lot. So this is not as if this is something new. But I think what is interesting now is between the layoffs of the federal government and prior to that, the fact that people couldn't find jobs, that it was just taking a longer time. It's real. Like these things are happening in real time, and especially with the professional and scientific roles, engineering, chemistry, biochemistry, biomedical science, physics, right? Even architecture, computer science, software engineering, industrial engineering. What else is there? Civil engineering, robotics engineering, systems engineering, the plethora, and it continues, mechanical engineering, manufacturing engineering. And here's the reality: as graduation season is approaching right now, thousands of students are preparing to step in the real world, armed with degrees, armed with their dreams and their big ambitions. But there is a growing question that all employers, educators, and even students are starting to ask themselves: are they ready for today's workplace? Like, are they really ready? You know, are they ready to deal with the complexities of people? So let's dive into it. So here's my first key point. The skill gap is widening. More and more employers are saying that graduates aren't coming in with the skills they need to thrive. As a matter of fact, I was looking at this survey where it says 44% of employers says graduates lack the soft skills like communication, critical thinking, emotional intelligence. And those type of skill sets, although not widely talked about, is vital in the workplace. These are the skills that don't always come from textbooks, but that show up every day on the job, right? So what does that mean? It means there's a disconnect with students, what the students are learning and what employers are actually expecting. Which brings me to my next point. There's a high demand for skills-based curriculum. Even though employers are sounding the alarm, most colleges and universities haven't caught up yet. Only about 22% of institutions are fully embracing skills-based learning, even though over 80% of educators agree that it's necessary. So what's missing here? What's the shift in missing how we're preparing our students? It's not just to pass exams, but to problem solve in real time, collaborate across teams, and really learning how to adapt quickly when things change. So that means at the end of the day, these institutions, they need to start incorporating this, because as a result of artificial intelligence, really as a result of being on your phone and social media and taking pictures and images and saying, hey, I'm here, this is what I'm doing, that's not going to take us to the next stage or um, to the next level for the students, and especially in today's complex environment. We talk about we don't want the country to outsource and bring people in. Well, today we need to make sure that our students are not just technically savvy, but really have those vital skills. And in today's world, it's not just about what you know, but it's about what you are doing, what you know, and how you can communicate it. The third thing is there's a disconnect between the academic training and job requirements. So, what we are seeing now is that the curriculum in itself, like let's just say for engineering, the curriculum for engineering It's pretty much consistent. They'll add a couple of things here or there, but the technical rigor is there, right? And if students are not learning how to communicate even with their professors or even with students in their class, that's the problem, because they still have to do internships, right? They still have to go to the career fairs, learn how to communicate with someone who is looking for someone to fill a need, and being comfortable enough to properly articulating why they may be the best candidate, not just what's on their resume, but what's in person. Degrees open doors, but skills keep them open. Degrees open doors, but skills keep them open. We have to, there is a major need right now for education institutions to integrate more practical skill-based training into their curriculum to better prepare students for the demands of today's job market. So here are my final thoughts. If we want to set up the next generation for long-term success, we really need to rethink how we define readiness. As I said before, degrees open doors, but skills keep them open. All right, thanks for joining in the conversation. If this message resonate with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, and whether you're a student, educator, or even just a parent, let's keep pushing for an education system that's just as dynamic as the world we're sending our students to. See you next time.